If they don't know the basics of algebra, then how are they going to easily understand, manipulate quadratic equations and all of those higher stuff? So parents, I get that you want the best for your child. We all want the best for our children. But many times we have to do things strategically, right? Parents, so today I want to talk to you about foundations here. I want to talk to you about students who are currently studying to do the foundation paper. Now, here's the thing. I work with many high achieving students, or I have worked with many high achieving students and continue to do so, and help them achieve grade 7, grade 8, grade 9. I also work and have worked with students on the opposite scale who are starting at grade 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, one of the common things that I get with these students, or with the parents of these students who are working in this level, is that the parents can be unhappy or impatient that the child is at foundation level. They would say things to me like, why is my child doing foundation? My child should be doing higher. I want my child to go from a grade 2 to grade 7 in the next couple of months. And so on and so forth. So firstly, I'm going to explain to you what foundation means. So let's be clear and get this out of the way. Foundation doesn't mean bad. It doesn't mean insignificant. It doesn't mean negative, nor does it mean that a child who is currently studying for foundation is incapable. And I say this to you because I was one of the students at school who was doing foundation, especially in maths, and I ended up doing incredibly well. Foundation just means that a child is currently learning the basics and they will get there. We just need to give them the tool, the time, the strategies for them to move up to whatever the goal is. The second thing you need to know with regards to this is having a bit of a better understanding of the curriculum. So if we look at science, for instance, parents, students do foundation, or they do triple, or they do combined, or triple science. And the students who are doing high, they cover a bit more than those who are doing foundations, maybe about a third more-ish of the content, or quarter more. And the students who are doing triple also cover that bit more. But not only do they cover more, but the content tends to be typically harder, okay? So if a child is currently at foundation, trying to get to grips with those foundations, remember I said foundation just simply means basic. We're trying to understand and grasp those contents. Do you think trying to throw in the higher content is going to help, right? It's like building a house. When you build a house, is it better to build it on a solid foundation, you know, brick by brick, strong bricks, or just build it however, and then you're going to struggle later when, you know, there's poor weather conditions or something happens, you know, you need to do work in your house. Or let's imagine you wanted to climb up to the top of a ladder to do some work, to do some painting. Will you jump up that ladder, sprint up that, you know, leap to the top of that ladder, or will you carefully walk to the top of the ladder until you get to the top? Because parents, when a child is doing foundations or currently working on foundations and we try to rush in the higher paper, this is what we're doing to them, and they struggle. Like if you jump on a ladder, you're going to fall down, break your back, and you're going to find it hard to get back up, right? Exactly what happens with students when we try to push them to do the higher. If they don't know DNA, the basics of DNA, then they're going to struggle to understand genetics at a deeper level. If they don't know the basics of algebra, then how are they going to easily understand, manipulate quadratic equations and all of those higher stuff? So parents, I get that you want the best for your child. We all want the best for our children. But many times we have to do things strategically, right? As I said, The foundation doesn't mean small, it doesn't mean insignificant. You know, if that's the case, how did David defeat Goliath? Or how about Israel Adesanya, who recently knocked out the other guy to become the, I believe it's, yeah, the middleweight champion. He was significantly smaller than the other guy, right? It's not about a label or size, it's about strategy, right? So parents, let's look at the good where our children are, no matter where they are. Let's embrace where they are, teach them the skills of consistency, and let's strategically work with them to get to the top of that ladder where they're going to have success and stay there.